Hey guys, 𝗬𝗲 here at Elite Fireworks, and in today's video topic, we are going to talk about what you need to have the ultimate Labor Day fireworks show. Now, before we get started, let me know in the comments below if you shoot fireworks for Labor Day. So I'm really intrigued to know that because, as you guys do know, this is actually a new thing when it comes to Elite Fireworks, because typically we are not used to having our doors being open on Labor Day. But ever since the Elite Fireworks of New Hampshire has been born, with roughly just a little bit over a month ago, now we can actually have those doors open. Now, as far as like the ultimate Labor Day show, obviously there's a lot of different fireworks that you can choose when shooting. But because Labor Day is one of those holidays that, let's just say, majority of people around the nation do not actually shoot fireworks, because after all, I think we can all agree that 4th of July is by far the one season that people shoot the most fireworks, then followed by a close second for the New Year holiday season, and then all the other holidays, it does vary a little bit different. Now, don't get me wrong, we are fireworks people, right? So when it comes to fireworks community, I think any reason to shoot fireworks is a great reason, just because we always want to shoot fireworks. But given the fact that majority of the time, whenever you're shooting fireworks during Labor Day, you're not really gonna have the sky filled up with fireworks in every neighborhood. Now, don't get me wrong, maybe your neighborhood might be an exception, but that's typically not the case. So given that, you kind of want to go all out on creating a really nice show rather than just shooting one fireworks at a time. So what I want to show you guys real quick. All right, so you cannot start your Labor Day fireworks show without at least, at the minimum, using some fuses. So here at Elite Fireworks, we do have a great variety of fuses. Although technically, if you were to look in right now, you do think that we have the pink and the greens. You might think that we double stacked them, but they're actually different brands and different timing. So for instance, these, even though it's pink, it's actually 2 seconds per foot versus the traditional 10 seconds per foot. If you are going to create your Labor Day show, of course, you need at minimum fuses. If not fuses, you can of course go with a firing system, but you know what? Save that money for the 4th of July season. Now, if you do have your own rack, it's great. But if you don't, maybe this could be a time that you can potentially invest in a rack. Whether you buy a pre-built rack, or you can purchase like your tubes and actually go ahead and build your own rack. So either way, it doesn't matter. Both are great, viable options. But the reason why you want to do this is, of course, as I mentioned, if there's not a lot of people shooting fireworks, that's usually the time when you're gonna stand out the most, if you are gonna do a pretty nice finale show. And of course, typically the best option is going with mortars and a rack. So definitely this is a must. Moving on to the 200-gram cake. So when it comes to 200-gram cakes, there's a great variety, and a lot of these tips that I'm mentioning, guys, they're not specifically to Elite Fireworks, because as of right now, of course, here at Elite Fireworks, we cannot ship fireworks. So unless you can come at Elite Fireworks of New Hampshire in store through those doors, then of course you are not going to be able to get some of these items. But the point being is, in this video, I want to show you guys a great variety of how it's set it up. Now, it doesn't matter which budget, you can get a great variety of different items from different categories. Now, if you're on a tight budget, I would recommend maybe skip out on the display racks. Maybe, if anything, you can put that initial investment sometimes later in the future. But for right now, for instance, as far as 200-gram cakes, they could be a very good value deal. So for instance, here at Elite, we have a great variety of 200-gram standard cakes. Now, right now we are outside the season, so there's some empty spots, so there's items missing. Of course, pulse pounder being a very popular option. We do have a great variety of items from Winda, Brothers, Fox Fireworks. So for instance, this is a new one, Silk Willow. So if you like the willow effect. But of course, usually when it comes to 200-gram cakes, typically what I would do is I would get a good variety of them, from anywhere from 4 to 8 of them, depending what kind of show you want to throw. Next, when it comes to 350-gram cakes, and now of course right now I am giving you a rough estimation. If you were actually to shop here at Elite Fireworks, definitely this is the one category that I would recommend that you don't touch. The reason for it is because whenever you shop with box kits as we offer them here at Elite Fireworks, it really does not make sense for you to go with these type of cakes just because the price point doesn't make sense. So for instance, something like Super Stock Car, it's a great price, okay? However though, something like Ocean Rolled, XV, or Call the Shots, really, I would stay away from it. The reason for it, for the same price, if you were to buy up to 500-gram cakes, so these are your extra large or large cakes, but up to 500-gram cakes, it comes out at $18.70 a unit, just because we do give you the option to buy stuff with a box kit. Now, of course, you are going to have the option pretty soon to buy anything and everything with a box kit, but of course, it's a work in progress. But if you're not shopping at Elite Fireworks, definitely the up to 350-gram category, and of course right now here it's a little bit mixed, but it could be a great option for you to get a good duration, good height, and a great variety of shots. All right, now moving on to the up to 500-gram cakes. Now these can really vary a lot. So you have some of your large cakes that just go vertically up. You have your extra large cakes with a fan shape, such as State of the Union. And of course, on this side, which I'll show you guys, you do have items such as Solar Eruption, which is a zipper cake, right? So lots of zipping around. We do have a few other zipper cakes. However, we're very short on zipper cakes. So basically, we're waiting for more variety, but right now we do have, and we are going to have all of this for the Labor Day holiday. Road to America from 𝗲𝗂, Absolute Pyro from 𝗲𝗲𝗃𝗃. We got War Game from 𝗲𝗃𝗃, Combat Zone, Neon Peacock. So it could be a good variety. Personally, if you were to ask me, I'm not the biggest fan of zipper cakes just because I do not like sparklets in the air. So what I would recommend actually is this guy right here. So Hammer Down by 𝗲𝗂. So it's not a zipper cake, but you get a lot of shots and it's just very colorful, very nice space, nice duration. So it's just a very great up to 500-gram cake that I highly recommend. Now, for those of you that have the mortar display racks, or if you are thinking to purchase one, then of course you gotta fill it up with canisters, right? So when it comes to canisters, guys, I think we have a very impressive selection. Unfortunately, the selection here in New Hampshire, where we would be able to sell to you for the upcoming holiday season, this is what we have right now. The Texas store actually has so much more variety, but these empty shelves right here, they're not going to be empty very long because we've actually ordered a decent amount of different shelves from both domestic and international brands that are coming in. So bear with us, they're coming. But if you are coming in the next couple of days to a couple of weeks, it's going to be very close that you're going to miss out the other new canisters. But still, guys, as far as the East Coast, this is still one of the most impressive shell selection. Now, depending what you like, obviously, when it comes to shells and how you want your finale, it can vary. So for instance, if you guys do like noise, you do know that I always recommend the Hydro Bomb, but there's so many other great shells from different brands. For instance, Holy Nishiki from Raccoon Fireworks has some very impressive Nishiki willow effects, so you can't go wrong. I also do love Ghost Tackler from Raccoon, has very nice ring effects. Now from Brothers, you got a great variety of shells. Of course, if you want some multi-layer shells, you do have the Full Speed Fireworks, which has 2 layers displays. So you have 24 shells and total in there, you get 96 total breaks. And then of course, if you want something unique to the East Coast, for instance, we do carry some of these items here that are very hard to find in our area. Now, of course, our GS brand is from the Midwest. We got the Neon Widow, so no Black Widow, but It's an amazing shell. So moving on to 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃. Now this is the one section, if you are in a little bit of a budget for the upcoming holiday, I do recommend that you stay away from it. The reason for it, don't get me wrong, are Yanagi and Nishiki. For instance, these two different 2-inch 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃s, they cost just under $84. If you buy the cases, under $130, but still they are more pricey when compared to what kind of show you can get with canisters, especially when you can take a case of hydro bombs for only $200. So if you're in a budget, I definitely recommend that you stay away from them. Or if you still want to shoot 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃s, go with a 2-inch. For instance, a lot of the 3-inch shells that we sell, so the individual unit is a little bit more expensive. But of course, if you go with a 2-inch 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃s, it's cheaper. And then of course, the ones that are even more compact, so for instance, such as kick brass is $77. Or you can always go with the Super Kung Fu from Windows. So this actually, you can buy the whole box kit with this one. But individually, they cost around $57 to $60 a unit, which is still a very good deal for 2-inch 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃s. Now moving on to all the other stuff. Personally, obviously, when it comes to other stuff, I'm not a huge fan just because it creates a lot of more mess. Don't get me wrong, I love our firecrackers, but it's a very rare time that I usually shoot firecrackers just because I do not like the mess, to be honest with you. But if you like noise, you got firecrackers, M150, you name it. And then of course on this side we have bottle rockets. Now these are fun. Now for me, that I just moved from Texas, I'm actually excited for the fact that I get to actually try bottle rockets that are, let's just say, normal bottle rockets. Just because in Texas, anything under 20, so if, for instance, if the actual stick, right? If the stick is under 26 inches, it's illegal. So here, actually, they do allow all of these. And the funny thing is, we even have smaller than those. So we have the classic ones, which is a 144 pack for like $10, but we're sold out of those. But when it comes to the small stuff, typically, obviously, just whatever you like. In my opinion, I would get some up to 500 gram fountains, such as neon lights, which I love this one a lot from Black Hat. Now it's $42 and some change. It lasts about 75 seconds. So it's a very nice one, has a peak height, I would say anywhere up to 15 feet. A 200 gram fountain that I also like, of course, is Medusa from Black Hat. A lot of the fountains, personally, I love from Black Hat. Don't get me wrong, we make other fountains, we have other fountains from Pitbull, Brothers, you name it. So we have Winda, but majority of them, I do love fountains from Black Hat. But there you have it, guys. I forgot to mention, but what about packages? So here at the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 Fireworks, so any type of select kits, really, I would highly recommend you stay away from them. Typically, they're not the best deal. I know it seems like you get more for your money, but a lot of brands do put great amount of filler items, and I have a full-on video that I've actually talked about this on our YouTube channel. But anyway, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in another video right here on our channel. Bye-bye.